Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Okay. We'll start the class now. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnanajnashalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. Oh,
Hare Krishna.
yes, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. My voice is audible, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So I hope everybody has done the reading assignment, right? So from which shloka to which shloka it was? (23rd to 46th, right? So and the Bhakti Vrikshas are open, right, Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, there are two Bhakti Vrikshas. One is during the weekdays and weekends. So I hope all of you, anybody in the class who has not joined to Bhakti Vriksha group? Anybody? Okay, everybody has joined the Bhakti Vriksha group, and the classes are on now. Anybody can tell? The classes are open now. In a sense, the groups are meetings are happening.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
So Saturday, Sunday, we had met the second BV.
Okay.
Not sure about the weekday group.
Yeah, first one. Anybody is in the first Bhakti Vriksha group? First Bhakti Vriksha group. the weekdays Bhakti Diksha group? I think it's on Friday, Saturday or something. Which is another date, Mataji? Friday, Saturday?
Thursday and Friday, Mataji.
Okay, Thursday and Friday. Who is in Thursday and Friday batch? Bhakti Diksha batch? Bindu Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, I mean,
Thursday, Friday batch?
yes, Mataji, Friday and Thursday and Friday, Mataji.
Yeah, the classes have started. The group discussion started.
Yes, Mataji, has started and completed the first chapter, Mataji. First day we have started for chapter 1 to 22, chapter 1 from first verse to second 22 verse. Next day from 23rd and 46 we have completed. Sloka, translation, purport, explanation. We have discussed.
Very nice.
Thank
So
you.
this is helping you in reading assignment, right? Bhakti Rikshas are helping you in reading.
Yeah, we're right.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So Bhakti Rikshas will help you in reading assignment. As I told in the previous class, Mataji also explained, right? It will be very easy if you are in Bhakti Riksha and you have that group studies, in association of devotees. It will become very easy for you. So those who have not joined any Bhakti Vrikshas, please contact Shreya Mataji or Nandita Mataji. They're already in the group as an admins, so you can contact them. Okay. Yes. So last class we discussed till 22nd shloka, right? The first chapter, 22nd shlokas. So you can raise your hand. You can tell what points you remember or what topics you remember from the previous class. You can raise your hand. Maybe I'll take 2-3 hands. Just a few minutes recap. You can unmute.
Can I start, Mataji?
Yeah. What all things you remember?
So far the words I remembered is first Sanjaya was but Dhritarashtra asked Sanjaya what was the war going on, and there we have understood the nature of the Dhritarashtra and also Duryodhana. Sorry, the nature of Dhritarashtra. There is Mamakaha Pandava Chaiva, but this the partiality behavior and also Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra, these are the keywords. There he also know the land, how land is spiritual and pious, and where it favored the devotee, and where it favored the people who are in the justice. From there, the Sanjaya keep on explaining the live telecast what is happening in the war. It goes like this. Duryodhana, Sanjay explains to Dhritarashtra that the diplomatic behavior of the Duryodhana towards his master, the Dronacharya, without being any respect to his age or to his being Acharya, without even giving any respect, he was instigating him. That's look at your student, your favorite student, Drushtagnya. Like that, he instigates the Drona Acharya, and from there, he introduced the army of himself, and also introduced the armies of Pandavas also who were there in the Pandava side and his side. Then also he explained about the chariots, both the side chariots, and the significance of conscience glowing by the eminent personalities. So later on, he compares the Kaurava army, the powerful person is Bhishma, and there the powerful is Bhima, but he never forget the Supreme himself is there in that hand. So he was totally blinded person, Duryodhana. And like that, 22nd words have come forward from Mataji.
Very nice.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yes, Balaji Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. Actually, Mataji has listed out everything. So just I had noted down few other things which you had mentioned. So one was that Krishna has been simply listening to Arjuna. So this also teaches us that we should be a good listener to be a good preacher. And then this chapter 1 we actually is only about who is there in the army, which conch shell was done, but why it is all important, because Krishna is there. So and so in Bhagavad Gita itself is everything related to Krishna. So it's Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe. And
Yes.
also this Duryodhana and all others also. So Krishna had actually planned for them that they actually die seeing him. So they also attained mukti. Uh, then, of course, Duryodhana's diplomacy we saw. And on this Dharma Kshetra, the analogy was there of the paddy field weeds. So
Very nice.
Krishna is Krishna wanted to remove all the weeds, and so Krishna is like a farmer. Pandavas are the thing paddy, and Kauravas are the weeds. And then we also told about Achyuta. So Achyuta is actually, even though he accepted this thing of a driver, but still he does not fall from his position of Supreme Lord. And also all the
Very
conch shells were named of the five Pandavas and Krishna. So this indirectly also symbolized that only these six will be remaining after the war. Snetaji.
nice. You have told some points. First of all, the analogy we need to remember, right? Analogy, a paddy field analogy. And now don't forget about the paddy field analogy. It's very important to the point of Bhakti Shastri also. Even as a preacher, we need to remember these analogies like this one. And yeah, even we discussed the introduction part also, the topics also, and different names of Krishna also, right? So these things were discussed in the previous class, and we saw how Duryodhana was diplomat, right? Like a politician. We saw that one, and we discussed also in a breakout room, right? How Duryodhana was acting diplomatic in this regard, like in front of Bhishma and Drona, especially Dronacharya. He was acting diplomat. So later on, we discussed the five conch shells, right? The five conch shells of the Pandavas, and plus Krishna's, right? What was Krishna's conch shell name? You can all unmute. This is a group discussion. Like, what was Krishna's conch shell?
Panchajanya.
Yes. What about Yudhishthir Maharaj?
Ananta something it was.
Ananta Vijaya.
Ananta Vijaya. Yeah.
Very, very good. Then Arjuna's
Devadatta.
Devadatta.
Bhima's
Pandra.
Poundra. Very good. Then Nakula's
Sanghosha. Sanghosha.
yes. And Sahadeva.
Manipush.
Manipushpa.
Very good. Yes, very nice. So this was just a quiz so that my brain starts working quickly now. Okay, so we'll go through this now. Okay, 1 second. Just share it. Okay, so all goes to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Let's start our class with mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so this class will not just speak about the 23rd to 46th, but entirely the whole chapter we are going to discuss today. So those who have gone through level 1, level 2, they'll understand this PPT especially. So first part of this chapter was 1.1. Okay, I forgot to tell another thing. 1 second. I don't know whether I've told this or not, but you can have a Gita Subodhini with you all. Okay, so this will help you in. Have I told about Gita Subodhini before this class? Like any class before? No, right?
No, Mataji.
So Gita Subodhini, it's very nice because it gives you a breakup of all the class. Especially this was designed by Gauranga Darshan Prabhu, if you all know, especially for studying Prabhupada's books. Studying Prabhupada books. and systematically he has written everything. Especially for Bhakti Shastri students, this is very nice. Each even the shlokas they have given breakups. For example, the first shloka of Bhagavad Gita, Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre. So he has given a beautiful shloka wise, like Dharma Kshetra. What does that mean? Kurukshetra. Dharma Kshetra Kurukshetra, one line. You can understand the verse and by heart it, not just by heart. And what will happen is, when you understand and recite the shlokas, it will be easy for your shloka exams also, recitation, shloka recitation. You will be fluent in even the meaning, because not just the shloka, the meaning of the shloka is also very important. So this book will help you. Hard copy, it just costs something like 250 rupees, and you can get in Amazon also. Okay, any online websites you can get, from Tulsi Books it is, so you can get it. Okay, it's very nice for Bhakti Shastri studies. Okay, so from there only we got this, plus Atul Krishna Prabhu's Bhakti Shastri course material also, what we have sent you, right? The handbook, that's also very important. Okay, these two things, it will help you in not just don't read, forget Bhagavad Gita as it is written by Prabhupada and just read this handbook and this thing. No, this will help you in reference, some reference books will help you in understanding, especially academic wise. Okay, so we'll start the class now. So Dhritarashtra inquiry is the first part, 1.1, and that is the only thing what Dhritarashtra spoke. And then Duryodhana's fear, right? He starts acting diplomat, especially from third verse, right? Third shloka, he starts speaking to Dronacharya, and there we can see how diplomatic wise Duryodhana is speaking to Dronacharya, and then going out comparing his people to Pandava's people, and telling many things, like even though those who are not great, he's adding their names, and comparing Bhishma to Bhima, Dronacharya to Bhishma, so many things going on. And then the 12th to 19th shloka speaks about blowing up the conch shell. What happened to the Kauravas when Krishna and Arjuna blowed the conch shell? What happened to them? What did Bhagavad Gita mention? What happened to the Kauravas? How did they feel?
Their hearts were shattered.
Yes, very good. Their hearts were shattered.
Shattered.
Hridayani Vridharayat, that key verse, Hridayani Vridharayat. So Krishna, Sanjay tells that when Krishna and Arjuna fought, and especially when the conch shell was blown, the whole tumulo, tumulo means the sky and the earth both were shaking, and the heart of Kauravas was shattered. Hridayani Vridharayat, he says that. Then comes the Arjuna's observation. Now Arjuna, how did Arjuna mention Krishna when he told, what name did Arjuna call when he wanted Krishna to guide him in middle of the two armies? What word, what name Arjuna called Krishna as?
Achyuta.
Achyuta.
No, there was another name. I
Rishikesha.
think that was, yes, Rishikesha. What does Rishikesha mean? I explained
Control
last
of
class.
senses.
Owner of senses.
Control of senses.
Controller of
Owner of
senses.
senses. Yes, owner and the controller of our senses. Right. So why did Arjuna mention Krishna as Rishikesha particularly at that moment? There was a significant reason why Arjuna called Rishikesha to Krishna, so that he can guide him towards the battlefield. And so why? Because see, Krishna is the controller, and he is the original of all the senses. He is the origin of all our senses, and he is the one who is guiding our senses. It's not we who are seeing through or doing. It's Krishna who is doing. We are just maker of desire. So similarly, Arjuna just desired, and Krishna was the one who had to drive his chariot. right? Similarly, the soul is just a desiring. Actually, it's the Paramatma who is doing the activity using the material world. So similarly, Arjuna is just desiring to be in middle of the battlefield. Krishna is the one who has to drive the chariot or take Arjuna to the middle of the battlefield. So Krishna is mentioning Krishna as Rishikesha so that he can guide the chariot towards the middle of the two battlefield. Okay, and then last comes Arjuna's reasons not to fight. He gives some reason. How many reasons Arjuna gives? Anybody knows? How many reasons? Particular number of reasons
5,
Arjuna
Mataji.
gives.
5. 5.
Okay, 5 reasons. Yes, very nice. So 5 reasons. We'll discuss that later on. Okay. So Bhagavad Gita 1.23. योत्स्यामानान् अवेक्षेऽहं या एतेऽत्र समागता दातराष्ट्रस्य दुर्बुद्धिर्युद्धे प्रिया चिकीर्षवा. So here Arjuna is speaking now to Krishna. Before taking Arjuna in middle of the battlefield, he's now telling Krishna that let me see those who have come here to fight, wishing to please the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra. Okay, so now this is why Arjuna wanted to be in middle of the two battlefield. Right, before we fight, before we do anything, what do? We estimate, right? We estimate the capacity, right? For example, I want to do a long jump or high jump. First, I estimate how much distance I have to go, right? We just don't whimsically jump or do anything, especially in the sports and all. We estimate the length and the breadth of how long I have to be, right? We have a certain measurement, and according to that measurement, we calculate our capacity. How much capacity do I have, right? And how much does the game expected? So similarly, Arjuna wanted to go in middle of the battlefield so that he can estimate both the sides. How much do I have? How much army and who all have come in support to the son of Dhritarashtra. That means the Duryodhana. And now, so for now, Arjuna will definitely. We all know what happens next, right? Arjuna gets soft-heartedness and he starts crying out of compassion. Now that does not mean Arjuna didn't know that Duryodhana is bad. Here in this particular verse, Arjuna knew that Duryodhana is bad, right? Dhartarashtrasya durbuddhir. That means Arjuna knew that he is evil-minded. Who? Duryodhana. Duryodhana is an evil-minded. Arjuna knew. But still, he felt compassion towards them. That means that Arjuna did not have any kind of bad feelings for Dhritarashtra or Duryodhana. That makes him so peaceful, even though he knew, right? He experienced, he saw how bad is Duryodhana. He never was willing bad for them. That's what makes. Sometimes we feel now, out of Pandavas, why did Krishna choose Arjuna? Why did Krishna choose Arjuna? Why not others? Why not Bhima? Bhima was more powerful, right? Bhima was more powerful. With one kick, he killed all the sons of Dhritarashtra. Why not Yudhishthir Maharaj? Because he was the king, right? King is the main person. Why didn't Krishna help or Krishna go towards as a chariot driver of Yudhishthira? Because he is the king. Or why didn't Krishna take the part of Bhima? Because he was more powerful. No, Krishna knew the pure heart of Arjuna. Not that does not mean Bhima and Yudhishthira didn't have a pure heart. No, here you see the bond between Krishna and Arjuna. Arjuna was, out of all, he was the most dear to Krishna because of this quality of Arjuna. Even though he knew Dhritarashtra's son, that means Duryodhana, and all the Kauravas were bad towards him, but still he had slight compassion. And here especially, he says that he has a durbuddhi. So now you have to read. Okay, this part is understood why Krishna, why Arjuna wanted to be in middle of the battlefield. Why? Because he wanted to estimate the size and the power of the two sides of the armies, and wanted to see that how many people have come for this particular reason of fighting, especially how many of them are taking the side of Duryodhana, how many are taking the side of Duryodhana and the sons of Dhritarashtra. He wanted to see. That's why he wanted Arjuna. He told Krishna to keep him in the middle of two battlefield. Okay, always an army. He wants to estimate. That's the main point. Okay. So next is brainstorming. Okay. Brainstorming in the sense, you can all. I don't on the breakout room or anything. In this class only. Okay. I know all of you have read the Bhagavad Gita now. So from the first chapter, 24th shloka, Krishna Arjuna is referred as Gudakesha. Why do Arjuna is referred as Gudakesha? Yes. You can all unmute or you can raise your hands. Yes, raise your hands better.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, Rajalakshmi Mataji.
Mataji, here Arjuna is referred as Gudakesha because he's conquering sleep.
Okay.
Gudaka.
Yeah, that's the basic. That's the meaning of the word. But why Arjuna is called as Gudakesha? Or why he is called as sleep, conqueror of the sleep?
Mataji, like how Krishna is the controller of the mind of the Arjuna, so the ignorance is controlled, and that's why he says, you'll have to control the ignorance of your mind, and that's why he's called as Gudakesha.
Okay. Any other?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Shreya Mataji.
Arjuna, even though he is in sleep or in ignorance, he always remembers Krishna. That's why it's called as Kudakesh.
Hare Krishna Mataji, ignorance Mataji, Gudakeshara means sleep, conquer of sleep. Sleep means ignorance because Nagruja is a state of ignorance. He has forget that is what he is. So being a Krishna is a control of senses, so he can take out that ignorance in him. So he is the Arjuna is referred as Gudakeshara, Keshava. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Okay.
Am I audible,
Balaji.
children?
Yes, Mataji. So the same thing as
Balaji
Mataji
Prabhu.
said. So sleep is also equal to like it. It also means ignorance. So Arjuna being a great devotee of Krishna, so he not just it's actually sleep is just a representation there, but he is out of the ignorance. So Prabhupada has mentioned there in whether in waking or sleep, a devotee is never free from thinking about the Lord. So which means that a devotee can actually come out of sleep or ignorance by simply thinking of Krishna, and Arjuna actually was such a great devotee of the Lord.
Sahili Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Kara Mataji. Mataji, Arjuna is referred to as Gudakesha because he has conquered the sleep because he was in delusion that he will be getting lost in the battlefield. But as Krishna told him Gudakesha because he has conquered sleep to fight with the Kauravas so that he can remember Krishna. Like as a devotee, he can remember Krishna every time while fighting.
Okay. Okay. So yes. Yeah. Binu Mataji, you want to add something? You can Unmute.
I have one idea. Mataji, he just spiritually slept, Mataji. That's the reason Gudakesha slept. Materially he was awakened, but spiritually slept. So Gudakesha, that I want to add.
Gudakesha, no. Gudakesha means the conqueror of the sleep. Conqueror means one who has defeated the sleep. Okay, he's not sleeping, he's defeated the sleep or defeated the ignorance. And why Prabhupada is giving the reason also. Why Arjuna is called as the defeater or the conqueror of sleep. And Krishna is also mentioned as Rishikesha. The both have connections there, right? Because Arjuna is in friendship with Krishna. Friendship, especially, that means that if there is Krishna's sambandha, that means one there is in relation to Krishna. You see Krishna everywhere. You can't be in ignorance, right? You can't be. Where there is ignorance, there cannot be Krishna. Krishna Surya Sama, Maya Hoy Andhakara. So Krishna, where there's Krishna, there cannot be ignorance at all. So that's what here, because he is in relation to Krishna, whatever was there, Arjuna was not ignorant of this thing. He was not spiritually ignorant or ignorance or in the darkness. He was not there. He knew that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. He knew that. And because he's the devotee of Krishna, he can never forget Krishna. Devotee means what? One who cannot forget Krishna in any circumstances. So that's what a devotee means. And Arjuna is proving here. What's happening? Okay. So yeah. So here, he could not forget Krishna in any moment, whatever the situation was. So that's why Arjuna is called as Gudakesha. Where there's Krishna, there cannot be ignorance. So Arjuna was never in ignorance. We cannot think Arjuna is just acting like us. He is also having attachment or whatever. No. Arjuna is just because of the Yogamaya circumstances, because of the Krishna's Yogamaya potency, Arjuna was acting in such a way. But in reality, Arjuna never forget Krishna even for a second. That's why Arjuna is so special. Arjuna is so special to Krishna because he never forgot Krishna in any circumstances. So that's why we need to we see Arjuna as Gudakesha, conqueror of the sleep or conqueror of the ignorance. So Krishna spoke for the first time when? In which chapter Krishna started speaking? First
Chapter
time he spoke.
1, verse 25, Mataji. Indirectly, of course. Behold the army.
It's very nice. Paschetan samavetan kuru iti. Just behold the Kurus. Whom is he telling to? You see
Arjuna.
the Kurus or Kauravas. To whom he is telling?
Arjuna.
Arjuna. Right?
Arjuna
Just now Arjuna was speaking. Yes, very nice. So just now Arjuna was speaking to Krishna, right? I want to see who all have come to support the bad-minded Duryodhana. So Krishna is telling now, just see now. Behold this army. So Krishna is speaking. So that means Krishna spoke. But it was not a teaching or philosophical point or anything. He just told, just see who all have come. You can see, so that now Krishna can start playing with Arjuna. That means now Krishna really starts making Arjuna fall under his Yogamaya potency. Okay? Now the time he sees, just see everyone. And then when Arjuna sees Krishna's Yogamaya covers, that means he becomes frightened. There's so many reasons. Without that, or else just imagine if Arjuna was just like that, he's ready, there won't be Bhagavad Gita at all. Then what is the purpose of doing all the Mahabharata? And Krishna could not speak Bhagavad Gita. No, Krishna wanted, and that because of that, he made Arjuna fall under his Yogamaya potency. It was not Mahamaya. What we are there, in what circumstance we forget Krishna, that is because of Mahamaya, because of our own enviousness towards Krishna. Arjuna was not like that. Arjuna, Krishna purposefully made Yogamaya to cover his eyes, Yogamaya, so that he can ask some questions relevant, So see the questions of Arjuna. Even today we see those questions, right? After 5,000 years, also the same things. The teachings of Bhagavad Gita are so relevant even now. That was the arrangement of Krishna. Arjuna never asked Krishna, "Oh Krishna, which weapon should I use?" Or I'm confused of which weapon to use now, or which side I have to go, to fight the battle. He was not asking those questions. Arjuna's questions were specific, right? And that was the arrangement of Krishna only. So actually, it's Krishna's arrangement. We need to see in that way, and how Arjuna was a surrendered soul to Krishna. So yes, why Arjuna is addressed as Partha? Last class also we discussed this. Why? Yes, why is Arjuna referred as Partha?
He is the son of Pritha.
Yes.
Yes,
Bindu
son of
Mata.
Pritha.
Who is Pritha? Who is Pritha?
Pritha. Lost the tree. The Shakuntala story from the
Kunti Maharani Mataji.
Yes, Kunti Maharani. Where is Shakuntala? No, it's Pritha. That means Kunti Maharani. Kunti Maharani's another name is Pritha. Okay. So, the son of Pritha, that means Partha. So Krishna is speaking to Arjuna now, mentioning him as a Partha because he's the son of Pritha. That means Kunti Maharani. Okay. Yes, you can raise your hand to read this. Anybody wants to read?
Hare
Yes,
Krishna
Saili
Mataji.
Mataji.
Hello, Mataji. The other side, Duryodhana, why he didn't think in that way? Why Arjuna is thinking? Because he is a devotee. That is the difference. A devotee thinks like that. A devotee doesn't like to kill anyone, even an ant. So many atrocities were done to him. Still, when the question of killing came, he wasn't very happy. No, this is Vaishnava. He is ready to excuse even the greatest enemy. Bhagavad Gita 1.26 to 27, London, 21 July 1973. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So here is the heart of a devotee, explained by Prabhupada. So see, first of all, devotees never think he's my enemy or he's my friend. First of all, devotee will never think that. If a devotee has enemy, he's not a devotee. Because everybody's like Krishna. Krishna has enemy. Does Krishna have enemy? Yes, you can all
No,
agree.
Mataji.
No. What does Bhagavad Gita tell? How is Krishna towards us? All of us?
Suhridam Sarvabhut.
Yes. Peace formula, right? You will know this. Krishna tells, I'm the best friend, I'm the well-wisher of all the living entities. How can his devotee be, bad wisher for anyone? Or how can his devotee be having an enemy? Prahlad Maharaj, you can imagine Prahlad Maharaj, right? How many times, Haridas Thakur, how many times they were tried to exploit. They were being exploited by people. But then did the Haridas Thakur or Prahlad Maharaj say, oh, he's an enemy now? That person is my enemy. No. So similarly, we think, okay, they are great devotees, but Arjuna and all the Pandavas, they were just a king. No, they were also a great devotee of Krishna. This proves. When we see serials and some Karmi books, we feel that Pandavas and Kauravas is just a political, warfare. No. Here the heart of Pandavas are shown in Mahabharata. How a devotee is. How a devotee is. Even though Pandavas went through so many things. Didn't Arjuna see all this? Or Arjuna was unaware of his brothers, getting exploited, or his mother or his wife? No, Arjuna personally went through it. But still, when the time came, even though he knew, that means Arjuna didn't know Duryodhana is bad. He knew, right? Arjuna knew. That's why he is calling Duryodhana as what? Durbuddher. And Dhartarashtra Durbuddher. That means Arjuna, Duryodhana is bad. He knew. But still, see the heart of Arjuna. He is ready to forgive him. He's ready to forgive. Krishna, why don't you Kim no Rajena Govinda? Later on he tells in the same chapter, oh Krishna, why this great Rajya, why this great kingdom for me? I don't want. I'll better go to forest and stay, but I don't want to kill my own kinsman. Yeah? So that was the heart of a devotee. That's what is shown here. Was. So there are 5 reasons. Okay, we'll go through this. Yes, anybody knows the 5 reasons before I show? Those who have gone through our classes, they'll know this. You can raise your hand. Okay. Anybody else you have read reading exercise, right? Other than those who have gone through these classes already, level 1, level 2 and all. Other than them, any things, any reason Arjuna gives to Krishna for not fighting, you remember? You have done reading assignment, you have read, right? In that, you remember? You can raise your hands. What are the other reasons why Arjuna did not want to fight this war? Yes. While reading, you have seen some reasons there. You can tell that. It's Saheli Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, Arjuna didn't want to fight because his family members are there. He can see all his like family and the maternal uncles and parents and everything. So he was in doubt that whether he should fight or not.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, while reading,
That's
I
true.
understood he is a devotee, so he's concerned of himself and the person who other armies also, families also he is concerned. Where the families become diluted, head of the family die, that is one of the reasons. Second thing, skin concern because of killing his own people. And third is the family culture gets devoted and some diversion because the woman has to be protected by unauthorized persons. So that was his concern of the woman and child welfare.
Very nice.
And
So,
that was I can say.
family rituals and everything. Okay, very nice.
Yes, yeah. That's
Hare
it.
Krishna. Okay, very nice. Okay, Shreya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. First reason is compassion, and next is sin will overcome, and lack of enjoyment, loss of family traditions, and I'm unable to remember the last one.
Okay. So here, yes, very nice. Shraddha Mataji. You can unmute.
Mataji,
Yeah,
just
raise
one
your-
more point. Last one is indecision.
Yes, very nice. Very nice. Okay. So yes. So compassion, no enjoyment, sin, family tradition, and indecision. Okay, these are 5 topics. Now, whatever Sahili Mataji and Bindu Mataji has told, we'll categorize them. So first one was my family members and all of that. That will come to the compassion because it's my family people. How can I kill them? Out of compassion. Just now what we saw. Arjuna knew, although they did wrong, but because they are, they are his family members and all of that, he was compassionate to them. Okay, so that comes in the 27th and 28th verse. Okay, then comes his no enjoyment. This is connected to the previous one because when you don't have family members, whom will you enjoy with, right? So that's the connection. Okay, and he tells that even though I have so much, what is the use, Krishna? For example, I'll just give small example. When you have a nice necklace, you go to a family function. And nowadays some ladies they'll wear big necklace and everything. They'll go to family function. What is the main intention of wearing? They want to look beautiful, yes, but for who? To show others. See, I have got this gold chain from Dubai, or I got this, necklace from America, this is platinum, this is all blah blah blah, whatever it is. So they want to show it to others so that they'll get some, oh, you look so nice, you look stunning, or whatever the compliments they need. But if there are no family members or there is no people there, you won't feel like enjoying that thing, because especially when you want to enjoy, you want claps from others. That's what the main intention of people today is, right? So compassion, no, so if the family members are there, then only I can enjoy with them. If there are no people, how will I enjoy? And then even if I kill them, what will happen? Sin will come. So that's what the next topic he tells to Krishna. I'll get the sin. We will get the sin. He'll drag even Krishna. If you see conversation between Arjuna and Krishna, later on he starts dragging Krishna. So Krishna, if we do this, we will get the sin. He'll add Krishna also into it. Then family traditions. Last Mindu Mataji told, like, all the family will get destroyed, women will be exploited, unnecessary children will be there. So his basically description was about Kali Yuga. He wanted to give that, all this will happen. What will happen to all of these people? So family tradition, and then ultimately it's an indecision. That's actually connected to the next the chapter. But he tells in the first chapter, we see that he was not able to decide whether to fight or to be killed, because who are there in front of him? That's Drona and Bhishma. Yeah, when I forgot to add another thing previously, when he was in between of two armies, and Krishna told, what did he tell? Behold the Kurus. Okay, and he was pointing out specially to two people who were there. Anybody, I guess? Especially to two people in
Bhishma
front of
and
him.
Bhishma and Dronacharya.
And yes. Why? Why?
So those are the two by which Arjuna will get most affected by seeing them in the opposite side.
He is not affected by seeing Duryodhana, he is not affected by seeing anybody over there. He is, especially Arjuna will get affected, or he will get that compassion only after seeing his best two people in the Kauravas. They are Bhishma and Dronacharya, because he loved them so much. Because of that. Because they liked Arjuna as very favorite among all the Kauravas, all the Pandavas. Arjuna was his favorite. So that's why, to make that Yogamaya come inside Arjuna, or to to dominate over Arjuna, especially Krishna used Dronacharya and Bhishma in front of Arjuna. So here, ultimately, Arjuna, after seeing them, he is telling in the second chapter also, he tells that, I don't know, Krishna, whether my Bhishma or Drona has to kill me, or I have to kill them. I can't kill my own teachers and my own grandfather. I don't know whether they have to kill me or I have to kill them. So basically, it's an indecision what Arjuna is showing here. So we'll just go through quickly, because I've already explained what all things they are speaking here. Just a verse. Okay. So we will just see the key points of the verse. I won't even take the whole verse, just a key point of all the verses, where especially these points are highlighted. Okay, so that when you're preaching, it becomes easy for you to tell the Sanskrit keywords. So first one is compassion. It is kripaya paraya vishtho. That means kripaya, by compassion, paraya, of the high grade, avishto, overwhelmed. Okay, so here when the son of Kunti, Arjuna, saw all these different grades of friends and relatives, he becomes overwhelmed with compassion. Swajanam hi katha Krishna. So Swajanam, Arjuna is telling, Swajanam, I have to kill my own people. That own people was there. So that's what Arjuna is giving the first reason he does not want to fight. Okay, so chapter 1 verse 27, he is going to tell this. And when he told this in the verse 29, we see some certain kind of behavior started changing in Arjuna. Okay, and these were bodily symptoms. especially for example, when you go for a stage program, when you're kids and first time you're going to the stage, what was the situation there? We were happy in front of stage? No. We were seeing our parents, we were seeing our favorite teachers. We were not able to stand in front of the stage. Those who are stage fear, they can relate to this. Huh? We were not, especially when I was a small child, I could not stand in front of the stage. It was so fearful to see so many people in front of me. And this will happen. Limbs will start quivering. Mouth start drying. Sometimes some people will faint also in front of the whole situation. So that's the same thing happened to Arjuna. Why? Yes, maths exam. Okay, why Arjuna is feeling this? He's scared of the war, or what is it? He's scared?
Yes, Mataji. He was afraid of the situation.
Physical situation.
He was not scared of the war, or he forgot all the things. Oh Krishna, I forgot how to hold this weapon, or how to hold my Gandiva. I forgot, or I forgot to put the arrow. Did Arjuna forget those things? That's why he was scared, or what was the situation there? Why Arjuna was scared?
Death of family members' death has to kill.
What? Huh?
Killing
Yes, to?
family.
For example, your own people are in front of you and you have to kill them. It's not easy without spiritual knowledge. It's not easy. None of them, those who don't have spiritual ability. That's why when we told for Bhakti Shastri outside people, when all are allowed, we specially told they should read Bhagavad Gita at least once. Because in level 1, when we present the first chapter, it's very difficult. People are like, Arjun galat tha. Krishna galat the. Why Krishna did this? Why Krishna did the war? Why Krishna wanted to kill people like this? Thousands of people Krishna wanted to kill. It's all because of Krishna. Because they don't have the spiritual knowledge. For a material person, any person in the society, if you tell you have to kill your own grandfather, nobody will approve for this. Without spiritual knowledge, it's not possible. That's why we in level 1 class we just don't speak much philosophy, because it won't happen until you start chanting Krishna's holy name, right? Krishna's holy name is the one which will philosophy can be here, but devotion is here. In the heart you have to get that devotion out. Without devotion, just philosophy, it's not pleasing also. Somebody is speaking so much about philosophy but does not have devotion. So level 1, many people are coming like that. That's why we especially told that at least you have to read once Bhagavad Gita, whole Bhagavad Gita as it is, so that you understand. Or else it's like, Arjuna also got afraid, I also get afraid. What is the difference between me and Arjuna? We start speaking like that. So here you see Arjuna is showing up some bodily symptoms, not because he's afraid of the war or anything. He's afraid, or his soft-heartedness is shown out. Devotee is always a soft heart. Because only in a soft heart Krishna can sit, not in a hard rock. Krishna won't be there in a hard rock. So Arjuna's symptom, because he is a soft-heartedness, you will, in the 46th shloka, you read the purport. There, Prabhupada is explaining about the soft heart. I hope you must have read that. Now, why Krishna chose Arjuna to speak Bhagavad Gita? Many have this question. Why not Yudhishthira? Why not Bhima? Or why not Bhishma? He was such a great person. Why not in the assembly of Kauravas? Why he wanted to come in the battlefield, in the war field, and speak Bhagavad Gita? He could have spoken in any time, right? So many have that question, and that question is answered in the 46th shloka of purport. Why Krishna chose Arjuna? Because of his soft-heartedness. And this shows the soft-heartedness. Limbs were quivering, mouth was drying, the whole body started trembling, hair started standing on the end, Gandiva is slipping, There's a burning sensation, unable to stand, right? He falls down. Arjuna literally falls, sits down back, huh? And mind starts reeling. Especially when we hear some shocking news or bad news, we won't be able to stand. We starts shaking and we fall, and sometimes we faint also. So that's what is happening to Arjuna. Please take a moment and fill the attendance form. Don't miss it. Okay. Okay, this is what is happening. So what are the two types of situation where these symptoms are seen? Yes, we have discussed this, but still again, what are the two types of symptoms? I mean, two types of situation where these symptoms can be seen. Yes. Shreya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. In fear and in ecstasy of love of Godhead, Mataji.
Yes. Actually, many of them don't know. See, when a devotee is in ecstasy, there is some bhava which is shown by a devotee. Okay. And during that time also, the same symptom starts coming. And who showed these all symptoms? Even more than this. Who showed it?
Chaitanya
Yes.
Mahaprabhu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yes. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I hope I need not introduce Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to everyone. Okay. So yes. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed these all symptoms. More than this, he showed. Sometimes he used to become small, like a kurma Chaitanya. That's also he showed. Sometimes he used to jump 6 feet high in the air. So all these symptoms, they were there. Whole body started trembling. Especially when did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu show the symptoms? Especially when? During what time? Yes, Shreya Mataji.
When he saw Lord Jagannath.
Yes, Lord Jagannath. His mouth started drying. He could not even utter Jagannath. He started Jaga, 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 and he fell down to the ground. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was, even in ecstasy, devotees show the symptoms. And we should not, that's why we won't see, devotees don't show this openly, all the symptoms, even though they have. It's not any neophyte or any, it becomes sahajiya, then you're making the cheap. But then it's shown by advanced devotees, pure devotees. Even Prabhupada was not showing this, even though he was not showing, because people can't understand these symptoms and they'll take it lightly. Now people can't understand. So one in ecstasy, during the time of ecstatic situations, devotees show this. While seeing Krishna, they start trembling out of ecstasy, and they cannot utter even the name of Krishna out of love for Krishna, overflowing love. Tears started flowing from the eyes, right? Like it's mentioned like a torrent of streams, like all this. We feel like only a philosophical language, but no, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed it during his lifetime. So Arjuna is showing here not because of ecstasy or anything, out of over compassion and out of fear of that particular situation there. Because of that. So two situations. One is during ecstatic love for Krishna, and one during the situation what Arjuna is facing. So these symptoms are seen. Okay. So yes. Okay, you can read. Anybody can raise your hand and read this. Yes, Shreya Mataji.
If you insult his devotees, the devotee may excuse, but Krishna will not excuse. This is Krishna's position. Therefore, be careful to insult a devotee. A devotee may excuse you, but Krishna will not excuse you. Krishna is so strict. He cannot tolerate any insult to his devotee. Therefore, this arrangement of fighting, Arjuna wanted, no, let them be excused. Krishna wanted, no, you must fight, you must kill them. Bhagavad Gita 1.26 to 27. London, July 21st, 1970. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, yes, Prabhupada is telling here. See, even Lord Shiva tells that In all worships, Lord Vishnu's worship is the highest. But more than that, worship of the devotees of Lord Vishnu is the highest. And if, I just remembered my friend was asking me this question, kind of a riddle. She was asking, why do we tell the holy name of Lord Krishna is more merciful than Krishna? Why? Any reason why Krishna's holy name is more merciful than Krishna? Okay, other than Shreya Mataji, anybody? Just try.
Hare Krishna. Just my understanding, Matya, I don't know exactly. Because Krishna is present in all of us as Paramatma, but then the holy name will remove all the sin and will give us the love of Godhead.
Okay, but Krishna himself tell, no, if you surrender to me, I'll remove sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shucha.
Surrendering process is done by chanting his holy name, I feel.
Okay.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, chanting the holy name, it purifies our senses so that we can easily understand we can easily understand we can easily glorify the Lord, and we can easily understand Bhagavad Gita. So there is a spiritual progress in chanting the holy name.
Okay. More than that.
Purification.
Okay, anybody else want to try?
Will I try, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, chanting Krishna's holy name is the only thing that we are supposed to do in this Kalikala, and that is why Krishna emphasizes that more than him, we have to take out his name, and that is the only way we can get out of this material world.
Okay. So if I offend Krishna or the deity of Krishna, what will save me?
Holy name, Mata.
Hmm?
The offenses of deity worship can only be vanquished by chanting the holy name.
Even if you offend Krishna, Krishna's holy name can save you from that offense. Right? Even if you do greatest offense to Krishna, Krishna's holy name will save. But if you do offense to the holy name, how can you get saved?
Is it by chanting Panchatattva mantra?
Okay, but yes, but when you chant the holy name and you offend, you have to chant more. Only that is the only remedy. It is said we should chant offenselessly. But all of us are chanting in Nama Aparad stage. But that does not mean you have to stop chanting. You keep chanting, that Nama Aparad will go, or you will get purified when you chant more. And now coming to this part, this specific paragraph here, Prabhupada gives that even when you offend Krishna, Krishna won't mind it. And the offense of what you did for Krishna, Vaishnavas will save you. That's why we take shelter of a senior Vaishnava, and we take the shelter of a Gurujans. But then if you offend the Vaishnavas, even though Vaishnavas are out of compassion, they feel no, it's okay, I forgive and all of that, Krishna won't forgive. Krishna won't. And that's what has happened here. Even though Arjuna is like, no, Krishna, let them go, be compassionate to them, I don't want to kill my own people, I don't want to kill Duryodhana and all. Krishna does not will that. Krishna is like, no, they have suffered so much, and now it's the time for me to act. So Krishna will start acting if something bad happens to his devotees. So Krishna will definitely does not allow his devotees to be insulted or anything, right? What happened when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chand Kazi tried to stop Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement? Krishna protected in the form of Narsingadeva. They came. And that's why Prabhupada tells our movement is protected by Lord Narsimha. That's why we feel that out of all the avatars, why we chant Narsimha Arti, why don't we chant Ramas, or why don't we chant Vamana, or why don't we chant any other, this thing? Why only Narsimha? Because it's specially protected by Narsimha Deva. So that's why devotees are specially protected by the Lord, and we cannot make Vaishnava Aparad. Vaishnava Aparad is compared to what? In Chaitanya Charitamrita, if you have read,
Hathi mad elephant.
it's mad elephant. Mad elephant. What happens? Like if you have a nice garden, till now those who have not spoken, you can speak now. Okay, if you have a nice garden, okay, and you have nice flowers and everything, you have planted very nicely, and some are very small, tender, some are like okay trees, shrubs and everything, and suddenly there was some gap, you forgot to close your gate properly or anything, and suddenly a mad elephant comes. What will happen? What will happen to that thing?
It will destroy the whole garden, Mataji. It will plunder everything.
It will collapse everything, whatever you have done, all your all your this thing, whatever you have done, everything is wasted. So similarly, you have the Bhakti Lata beach. Brahmanda Brahmite Kono Bhagyavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata beach. It's there in your heart. It's sown by the Shiksha Guru, the Diksha Guru, and everything. You are hearing daily Shravanam, Kirtanam, you're watering that daily. But at the same time, you are insulting devotees, you're offending devotees knowingly or unknowingly. Something bad is happening. What will happen? You feel that although I'm chanting, although I'm doing everything, I'm not getting the taste for Krishna consciousness, I'm not getting faith in Krishna. You feel that. Why? Because there's an offense to devotees is happening. The Bhaktilata bees is very tender at this age. Just a Shraddha, so some faith and some association of devotees is there, like a fence. But then all this is destroyed if you allow Vaishnava Aparad to happen. Knowingly or unknowingly, I didn't know, I didn't purposefully do, I didn't do anything. No, knowingly, unknowingly does not matter. If the aparad has happened, it has happened, and Krishna can't help you in that situation. Krishna can't help you. So that's what has happened here. And although Arjuna is like, no, Krishna, please forgive them, Krishna is not willing to do that. So that's what has happened now. Krishna wants, at the same time, Krishna is also compassionate to them, but not in a way that Arjuna is. Arjuna is like, let them go, but Krishna is not. Now you must kill them. It's the order of Krishna. So then here Arjuna continues, I do not see any good. Shreyo. Here he words the Shreyo word. I don't get any happiness. Rajyam Sukhanicha. Nacha Rajyam Sukhanicha. I don't have the desire to be winning. I don't have the desire to win, nor I have the desire to rule over this world. I don't have. And what will I gain from doing all of this, Krishna? I don't want this happiness. So Arjuna is telling to Krishna, I do not see any good come from killing my own kinsman in this battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. So here some analogy has to be discussed. Okay, just as a person who does not feel hunger is not inclined to cook. Now, what is the analogy here? So 1.31. Anybody? It's a group discussion. Okay. What is the meaning of this analogy? You can raise your hands.
Who does not
So these analogies are very important. Madhaji, I want some raised hand and some new people. I mean, those who have spoken till now, I don't want them to raise hands. You need to on your videos, all of you. Rishabh Prabhu, Aditi Mataji, and all of them. You need to on your videos and answer the questions here given. Yeah, I need to know whether you are present in the class or just attending what is happening. Dattatreya Prabhu, Aditi Mataji, Rishabh Prabhu, and all of them. Yes, Shreya Mataji, you want Shweta Mataji, you want to answer this question? 1.31. You can. What does that mean? This thing.
Yeah. Arjuna didn't want to fight because by killing his own family, he's not going to be happy.
Okay. I mean, this analogy, it's speaking something here.
Yes.
Saheli Mataji, you want to answer?
Hare Krishna Mataji, like hunger for a devotee, like if there is no hunger, so the person will not cook. So similarly, Arjuna's position, like he's frustrated whether he should fight or not. So Krishna helps in this situation. So this is what I want to say.
Okay. Bindu Mataji.
Mataji, analogy is the sun planet, Mataji. Being a Kshatriya, if you want to fight, you can go. Either if you die in the battlefield, you can go to sun planet, or you have to beg. That is the analogy understood.
I'm asking this particular analogy here. What is this giving here? One who does not feel hunger, is not inclined to cook. What does that mean?
Oh, cook. If you're not hungry, it doesn't mean you should not cook.
Shreya,
Talking of just like Arjuna, he says that there is no good I see, because he's not seeing any sort of enjoyment in getting the kingdom. Therefore, he's not willing to fight. Just as a person who is not hungry will not cook for them.
Yeah. So in the purport, you need to read the purports very carefully, especially when you're reading in Bhakti Vriksha. My suggestion is that whenever you see any analogy, please mark it and keep. Okay? It's very important. And if you find it difficult to mark and keep, at least when you're reading, you just don't go on reading that. You can do it by yourself. Bhakti Vriksha, you open the handbook in one side. Somebody can open the handbook and keep, and a particular paragraph when you read, or particular purport when you read, see whether handbook is mentioning something about that purport. You see that whether this handbook is mentioning particular about this purport, this question is there regarding this purport or regarding shloka. You open that, open the question book, and see whether, okay, 1.31, please explain this analogy. Okay, question is there, and what does the handbook tell? Open it and see whether the purport is also mentioning something, and mark it wherever these important things are very important. These lines and these things is very important. You will be able to refer it, especially when it comes to open book. You can't keep turning the pages when you're writing essays. When you do this marking, don't mark in the pen in the book and all. If you have some notepad, you can write it down, and when there is an assignment, you can easily refer from that. You need not break your head, go page by page, page by page. You will be able to remember, one word. During our school days, we used to do that. Notebook, 4-5 words will be there, keywords. Now you will refer that. Okay, this whole chapter will be in your brain. You have to just refer to the some keywords. Now make that kind of a notebook always. Even when you're coming to the class, don't come barehandedly, or you're walking somewhere, you're doing some cooking and listening to the class. I don't want that. Just sit with the notebook. This is Bhakti Shastri. Okay, you should have that. Okay, so here, that's what, like Shreya Mataji explained just now. When you don't feel like hungry, you are not interested in cooking also. especially when you're sick and everything, you don't feel hunger. You feel, I don't want to cook today, especially if you're a single person at a home, you don't have anybody. You feel like I'm not willing to cook at all because I'm not hungry. Yeah? Similarly, Arjuna is like, I'm not going to fight Krishna because I don't get any happiness by fighting this. So he's just rejecting the fighting principle because I'm not getting happiness. Ulta, I'm getting more tension by seeing these people. I don't want to go to fight. So he's openly telling it to Krishna in the 31st shloka. I don't want Rajya, I don't want to do anything, or no happiness, Krishna, so better I don't fight. I better go to forest. He's telling this. The next is enjoyment. So everyone wants to show his opulence to friends and relatives. And Arjuna fears that all his relatives and friends will be killed. No one will be on the battlefield, and he will be unable to share his opulence after victory. Right, as I told, when we go to some functions and everything, we want to show off to people. And when there's no people, we don't feel like going also. So Arjuna is especially telling that there won't be any enjoyment. He's saying Krishna is not so important, my family is important. That's what we think, right? My family is important, my parents are important, but this is what we feel. Therefore, in the lower stage of devotion, one may be interested in Krishna consciousness, but his real interest is how to improve his material life. Right? I want to spend a job, I want to spend nice money, I want to make all my people happy, but I don't want to surrender to Krishna, especially when we are young. We feel that. Now, what is the use of surrendering to Krishna? Let me just do all my all my degrees, all my jobs, my family, I'll do. And at the time of I got fed up, I'll go to Krishna consciousness. I'll take up seriously. Till then, we all feel Krishna consciousness is a part of life. We don't take it as a heart of life. We never take it until we get fed up. And so that's what Arjuna is like now. I want to enjoy, but if you kill everyone, Krishna, I won't be able to enjoy. So you're not so important for me. I want my family members. That's what is happening. And as a natural devotee of the Lord, Arjuna did not retaliate against his miscreant cousins, brothers, but it was the Lord's plan that they should all be killed. So it's not I who decide or anything, it's Krishna. When we see Krishna's hand in everything, we will feel that, okay, Krishna wants me to do this. Even though he's a devotee are very soft in heart and everything, but it was the desire of Krishna to do this. That's why Arjuna had to do it. We sometimes feel why Krishna did this, or why Arjuna is like this, why Arjuna had to be so cruel to his brothers and everything, that he had to kill them or anything. No, because Krishna wanted it. That's why Arjuna did it. That's why he's a devotee. Materially, externally, we feel that this is all politics, this is all that, this. But no, Krishna wanted it. That's what is happening here. The devotee of the Lord does not retaliate against the wrongdoers, but the Lord does not tolerate any mischief done to the devotee by miscreants. The Lord can excuse a person on his own account, but he excuses no one who has done harm to his devotees. Therefore, the Lord was determined to kill the miscreant, although Arjuna wanted to excuse them. Right? Krishna does not tolerate anything done bad for his devotees. That's why he wanted to show this to Krishna, Arjuna. So, why Krishna is addressed as Madhava? What does Madhava mean? Anybody else? Yes, Shraddha Mataji.
Madhavi means goddess of fortune, which is Lakshmi Devi, and Madhava is the husband of goddess of fortune. So since Arjuna did not want the fight, which is related to misfortune, he was referring to Krishna as Madhava, so that Krishna will support him in the path of fortuneness.
It's very nice. So basically, Arjuna is taunting Krishna here that, oh Krishna, you're the husband of fortune, and how are you giving me the misfortune of fighting? Huh? When you fight, when you do all this, this thing, definitely there will be misfortune, there will be some side, there will be blood, there will be so much destruction. And all of this is abhagya. We tell, no, what kind of a misfortune has come to me. I have to see all these things. So basically, Arjuna is taunting Krishna that you are the husband of goddess of fortune, and now you are giving me misfortune here. So that's why he is telling this to Krishna. Okay, next comes is the sinful reactions. Papam evashrayed asman. So, O Krishna, the Papa, the sin will overcome us. So, because we are going to kill these aggressors. There is a specific reason why Arjuna is telling this aggressors. Because there are 6 types of aggressor, what the Puranas or the Shastras tell us. And these aggressors have to be killed. Means they are not fit to live with people. They're not fit to live with people because they'll just torture people, these aggressors. And that's why in the olden times, these aggressors were immediately killed because they are not fit to live. They'll just create some more trouble, and the sinful activity of such people will increase. And better than going to hell is punishing them. So that's what is told here. But then Arjuna is telling in a completely opposite way. He's telling, if I kill these aggressors, the sin will come. There's no sin when you kill an aggressor. For example, here the soldier kills the opposite party, in the border. Will he be punished or will he be rewarded?
Rewarded.
Definitely he will be rewarded, right? Because why? He's killing because of his personal grudge or something. He has some enviousness towards that particular soldier.
He's doing it out of the duty and for the service to the government.
Principal duty performing.
Yes, he has a duty. He's a soldier. He has to protect the country, and he was in his duty. That's why killing is not a sin. But if he kills a neighbor, then the same soldier, if he comes to the town and he kills the neighbor, what will happen? Government
He
will
will be
reward him.
punished.
Why?
Because he's doing
Why?
it on his own account.
He's doing for his selfish motive, right? He won't be awarded for that. Definitely the government will punish him for doing that. So similarly, Arjuna killing these aggressors actually is not out of his own will. He's doing out of the duty. First of all, the duty of Kshatriya, and secondly, duty of a devotee. He is doing under the guidance of the Supreme Lord. That's why there's no sin. But still he thinks it's sin. But who are these aggressors also? Who are those aggressors? When Prabhupada gives in the purport. One is one who gives the poison, one who sets the fire to the home, one who attacks in the deadly weapon, one who plunders the riches, one who occupies others' land, one who kidnaps the wife. So these are the 6 kind of people who are actually fit to be killed. Otherwise, they are fit to be killed. And Duryodhana did what of these things? Kauravas.
All 6 months.
All of it, 6 of it.
All the 6. He gave the poison to Bhima, right? In that cake, you might know, Bhima was given poison, and then they set the house on fire. You know that the wax home, right? Then they've set the home on fire. They attacked with deadly weapons many a times. They tried to kill them in the sleep and everything. They plundered. Basically, they plundered Pandavas during that. What was it? The chests or whatever it was. During that time. Then they occupied others' land out of force. Even though their 14 years exile was ended, but still they didn't give the back, right? It was occupying out of force. They kidnapped the wife. Once Draupadi was kidnapped also, and she was insulted also. So many things, and I can tell so many list also what Duryodhana has done apart from these things. So he was fit to be killed, but still, see the heart of Arjuna. He's like, no, it's okay. Right here, some of the examples are given. Jayadratha kidnapped Draupadi also many a times. You see here, Shakuni cheated them. So these many things were given to the Pandavas, and they were fit to be killed. But then Arjuna was a bit compassionate to them. So discuss from the Shastras example of the 6 aggressors. Apart from Pandavas, we can discuss some other people who were these 6 kind of aggressors. The breakout rooms, 10 minutes breakout rooms. Are you all ready? You understood the topic of discussion?
Yes, Mataji.
And start the
Yes,
breakout room.
Mataji.
I'll stop this. Okay, so the 6 kinds of aggressors. I hope you know the list of 3-4 people in one room. 3 rooms I'll create, and 10 minutes time. Okay, I'll start the breakout room now. And I'll join. Okay, Hare Krishna. So all of them are back.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, so we have discussed 6 type of aggressors from each thing. You can raise your hand from each group. One member can come forward. Just yeah, from first group it's Jyoti, Madaji, Rajalakshmi, Shraddha Bhatt and Shweta. Yes, Shweta Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. So, for the example of poison giver, we have said Hiranyakashipu giving poison to Prahlad Maharaj. Then one who attacks with deadly weapon, Ashwatthama. And one who kidnaps a wife is Ravana kidnapping Sita. And occupying others' land is Bali Maharaj. And for every other thing, I mean, Duryodhana is the example.
Okay. Even Bali Maharaj won't actually because it's Vaman there, but still okay. Next, yeah, Shreya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. We discussed about kidnapping as Mataji told, Ravana and also Vali. And Vali also comes in the category of plundering riches and occupying others' land. And in poison giving, Hiranyakashipu and attacking with deadly weapons, all the demons as they were attacking the saintly people. And also, Sahili Mataji told about Ramchandra Khan attacking Haridas Thakur, beating up in the marketplaces. And the Ashwadhama already Mataji covered.
Okay, very nice.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, Bindu Mataji.
Yeah, Mataji, we have discussed. Actually, all the 6 Kamsa will do, Mataji. Kamsa. Because the poison, he poisoned Krishna. It's a Putana. And also set fire, he has sent some Rakshasas to disturb the house of Gokulas. Milk and everything of the basic like that. And attack with deadly weapon, yes, all the Rishis, he have sent all the demons with weapons only. They have attacked Krishna Gopis and Gopalas of that village. And he plundered riches, the cows and all he has done and occupied another land. So Devaki husband land also he have occupied and kept them in the jail. And coming to kidnap a wife also, Devaki is also other's wife. After marriage also sister becomes other's wife. So all these 6 Kamsa have done. And Hiranyakashipu. Like that we discussed, Mataji.
Okay. Yeah, what are his others' views on this? Not able to decide, but yeah, some part, yeah, correct. Some part, he has done, plundering people's wealth and giving poison like this. But kidnapping wife and occupying others' land. Okay, land is also there, but kidnapping wife. Okay. Yeah, for fine. Okay. Anyways, yeah, others' example were also good. Where Ravana's example, he kidnaps Sita Mata and everything. Yeah, very nice. So in this way, you see, and everybody had to be killed, right? That was the main purpose. And here you see Duryodhana is also doing the same thing. What all these people have done, right? 6 aggressors. And what was the result of those 6 aggressors? They got killed by the Lord, all the representatives of the Lord. Okay, so here, yeah, now the last but first, okay, last but one, here destruction of the dynasty, the Kula Dharma, something he says, Kula Nashta, or something like that. Arjuna says, Kulakshaya, very nice, thank you, Prabhu. Kulakshaya, right? He tells that the whole family tradition is going to destroy Krishna. Why? Why does he tell? There are certain connections, verse after verse, Arjuna is going to give. Anybody can tell? Raise your hand. In that family tradition thing, actually Arjuna is going to tell one after the other what will happen first, then what will happen, then what will happen. So anybody, you can raise your hand. Shraddha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Firstly, there would be death of elder people as soon as they're in the war. Once the elders die, then the family traditions will restop because elders are supposed to be continuing the family traditions. So when there is a stop in the family traditions, irreligion will be increasing. And because of the above 2 points, then it will lead to women in the family will get polluted, which leads to unwanted progeny or unwanted children. And this unwanted progeny is known as the Varna Sankara. And all of this will lead to hellish life, that is for family as well as the society in general. As a resultant of the above, the culture will be destroyed in total.
Okay, very nice. Yeah. So here, verse after verse, actually, Arjuna is going to describe what will happen, what is going to happen, as Mataji told. The first is the death of the elderly in the family, especially the fathers and the grandfathers and the brothers. All the male members are going to die because in the war, who are there? All the male members of the family, and before it was almost all a patriarchal family, and fathers are the one who are the leaders of the family, and they're going to die. What will happen to the kids over there? Who is going to give them the nice nurturing and everything? And nobody is there. So kulakshaya, all this kulakshaya, it tells first is the destruction of the dynasty. That means all the elders are going to die. Then pranishyanti kula dharma, adharma, the kula dharma will going to destroy. That means all the traditional. He almost says even the pindodaka. That means even the pinda, the giving, what we give after the death of the family members, we give pinda. That means the offerings to them. Even that is going to, even they die, people are going to die. But who is going to give the pinda and who is going to do the rituals over there? Nobody is there, Krishna. So everything will be vanished. Then the adharma will start growing. As the dharma will diminish, the adharma is going to start. People are no guidance, no seniors to guide the devotee. Guide the people around. So definitely there will be adharma. They'll get misguided. And then what happens when there is a misguided society? The women's will be freed. That means there will be no protection to the women's. Women's will be out of guidance, and they'll be mixing with the all these people who are not polluted. They'll get polluted because people are going to use them for their sense gratification, and they'll get polluted, and whatever the result or the produce or the progeny is going to happen after that, they're called Varna Sankara, fit for nothing. That means no father, no mother, abandoned children are going to take birth. That's what Arjuna is telling here. Degraded women and unwanted progeny, and in result, whole the community and the family welfare activity is devastated. That's what Arjuna is telling in the 42 verse, 39 to 42. Why elder members are needed? Yeah, why are they needed? This is going to answer the most of the questions, these previous verses. Why elders are needed? You can refer the purport of 1.39. You can raise your hands. Till now, who didn't answer the questions, they need to answer now. I'll unmute them. Why are the elder members of the family needed? Aditi Mataji. You just read the 39th purport and you can answer the question here. Or Jyoti Mataji, Rishabh Prabhu. Sahili Mataji. Jyoti
Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Mataji, should I continue?
Okay. Sahili Mataji, you can answer.
Yes, Mataji. Elder members of the family are the older members, and they should know about the tradition, like how is Krishna family is to build. But if they don't know about the Krishna tradition, like about the Krishna family, how to be, if they are not conscious of Krishna, if the elder members are not conscious of Krishna, then the younger generation will be not be Krishna conscious. So this is what I understood from 1.39 of what.
Okay.
Like if the elder members are Krishna conscious, all of them will be Krishna conscious. If they are not, then the younger generation, if their younger generation will be not in this tradition of Krishna consciousness.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji. As Prabhupada expressed in the Prabhupada, the elderly members, they can guide us through the purificatory process and to get a good progeny with their experience, and all they guide the family members so that they can lead a, a good life with respect to a dharmic life.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji. For spiritual salvation, always trust the elder of the family for removing from the bondage. So for spiritual salvation, we need elders of the family. With them, we get purification. That's the reason we need elders of the family.
So elders of the family, like they're the head of the family, right? So they are very important to guide, especially to guide the younger generations. That's what is told here. Even Arjuna, when they are itself are not religious, the younger generation are not going to be religious, right? So here, if for example these people like even the Bhishma and Drona, although they are very good, but what the examples they are giving was not good for the younger generation. That's what Krishna pointed out in the next chapter. We see that he's like, okay, elder people are good, but what example they are giving? They are not giving the correct examples. Even Duryodhana and all are there, but they are not giving any proper examples. So first of all, elders, they need to give the proper example for the younger generations. Yadyad achariti shrestha tata devetaro jana. That means a person who is in good position, that's not should also have a good responsibility of showing and a good caliber or a good position for himself. Good character should be there. So that's what Krishna is going to point out in the next chapter, that Arjuna, even though they were all elders, but they're not showing a good character for the younger generation. But when you Pandavas will become the king, you will show a good generation, a good character for the next upcoming generation. That is what is needed. Elders, whatever the elders do, right? How do children learn in the beginning? Whatever their parents are doing, they learn through the parents, right? They see, they that's why we send them to schools. We can homeschool them, but why do we send them to the school and do, and we might have all done that, games like Ghar Ghar and acting like teachers, acting like our parents, because we see them. We, if the parents and the teachers are not good in their caliber, got good in their character, what will happen? Children won't learn good things. So elders are important and show the example to the younger generation. That's what is very important here. And that's what Arjuna is trying to tell Krishna. But Krishna is also going to tell that Arjuna, even though they are elders, are they showing a right example for the next generation? So you show a right example by fighting this war of dharma. So that's what is important. So when such religious things are prominent, what will happen? The women of the family will automatically get polluted because there is no caretaker for them. Like Prabhupada always tells, even Chanakya, he tells, women are like kids. The nature of a woman and nature of a kid is almost similar, innocent. Physically, they are innocent. What will happen to a kid if you don't take care of that kid? Naturally, they'll get spoiled, right? That's what we see when till 10th standard, kids are very innocent. In the first year of a degree, we see kids are very innocent, first PU and everything. Why? They have been taken care by parents very nicely, they are not spoiled or anything. But as soon as they leave they stay in hostel or they go to other city, what will happen? Automatically all these bad habits come. Why? Because the association is bad. So especially the mind of a woman is like that, especially can be uh, controlled by people. They can be controlled. I don't know now, but previously that used to happen. That's why Arjuna is like, it's easily can be controlled. And today we see degradation has happened already, right? That's happened already. The Vrishni, old descendant of Vrishni, that means he's speaking to Krishna. This is going to happen now. What to do? Arjuna is going to ask. Arjuna is asking Krishna. As children are very prone to mislead, women are similarly very prone to degradation. Prabhupada is speaking in the pulpit. Of course, when woman comes to Krishna consciousness, that position is different. So once what happened, Yamuna Devi Dasi Mataji, very dear disciple of Srila Prabhupada, she was sitting in front of every lecture, she will be sitting in front, she was very dear to Prabhupada. So she was like a daughter for Srila Prabhupada. So every lecture, she's so enthusiastic. She used to sit in front in every lecture. In America, there's no such difference between girls and boys. Here in India, men are sitting in the front of a sannyasi and women are back. But in America, not that much rules or anything. And even they had a good connection with Srila Prabhupada. So she used to always sit in front and very attentively listen to Srila Prabhupada. So once Prabhupada was reading this paragraph and he told, women are less intelligent. Women are, not Chaitanya, Chanakya Pandit tells that never trust a politician and never trust a woman. He tells that. Worldly warfare and everything. So it tells how a politician can be never trusted. Similarly, women are never trusted. He tells in a very materialistic way. He's not a devotee or such thing, but he tells in a philosophical way. So he sees Yamuna Devi Dasi Mataji Prabhupada. See what Chanakya Pandit is telling. We are not supposed to believe in women. They are not trustworthy. They are like kids. So once it happened, twice Prabhupada spoke again the same thing. Women are not trustworthy. Third times also. She was feeling very bad. Why every time Prabhupada is saying and seeing me, I am not trustworthy, I'm not loyal to Prabhupada. What is happening? She was not feeling good. But then at the end, Prabhupada told, but when a woman comes to Krishna consciousness, she is a devotee. She is special in that way. Right? She can be trusted because she says what Krishna has told. Right? She is a woman in Krishna consciousness is not an ordinary woman. They are different and specially favored by Krishna. If you see why women are soft-hearted, and that's actually advantage for Krishna consciousness. If you see, especially in any religious functions, men are not much inclined, but women are very inclined towards. Especially in rural area, if you go, so many women will be there. And even in Krishna consciousness, if we see, even in our course, more than Prabhu's, Matajis are, teachers, admins, doing so much work for Lord Krishna. Why? Because the faith, the soft-heartedness is giving them more faith in Krishna. They get easily hurt, but at the same time, they have faith in Krishna, and that cannot be, kept far from them. They're very much inclined, and Prabhupada points out that how women in Krishna consciousness have a special role to be played. So that's what here he's telling. So that's why women are to be, they have to be kept in a safer places. Safer, their consciousness should be pure. That's what it is told here. Because they are also going to play a important role of being a mother and going to give knowledge to their kids. So if their consciousness is good, automatically the kids' consciousness will also be good, and the future generation will also be good. That's why it was more important. It's more important. And Arjuna cast aside his bow and arrow, his mind overwhelmed with grief. So, being an associate of the Lord Krishna, Arjuna was able above all ignorance, right? Gudakesha, he was above all ignorance. But Arjuna was put into ignorance on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So Arjuna was not ignorant. That's why specifically I told why Arjuna is called Gudakesha, because he's the conqueror of the sleep or ignorance. He was purposefully put to ignorance by Krishna so that he can ask questions to Krishna, some problems about the problems of life, so that the Lord could explain them for the benefit of future generation of human being and chalk out the plan of life. The men could act accordingly, perfect the mission of human life. That's what is very important. That's why Prabhupada has given such a wonderful purport, and he is writing this in the introduction part. That why especially Arjuna became frightened of the situation, because it was not his plan, it was Krishna's plan. It was Yoga Maya potency of Lord Krishna which was acting. Not that Arjuna was ignorant or Arjuna didn't know Krishna as Supreme Lord. He knew. Okay, that's the main thing. Okay, all goes to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And here the lastly Prabhupada is going to speak that everything has its proper utility. Even the violence, what we think violence is not good, but you see Hanuman, Bhima and everything, they also did violence, but then for what? For Lord's satisfaction. Hanuman burned the whole Lanka. Yes, I had to also explain this. When we see that burning home is an offense or it's an aggressor, but Hanuman burned the whole Lanka. It is the home of Ravana, right? But he burned the whole Lanka. Does that mean that Hanuman became an aggressor? Is Hanuman an aggressor? Huh? No.
No, Mataji.
No, Mataji.
Why?
No, Mataji.
He did it for the Lord.
Because Hanuman did what for the sake of, for the highest, for the Lord.
He did it for the satisfaction of his Lord Ram, right? So similarly, violence is not violence is very bad. But then, if you do it, you can't tell a soldier that you killed a opposite army. You are an offender or you are an aggressor. No, it's his duty. Similarly, Arjuna is doing his duty of being a violent or being to fight or kill people. Here, kill the army. He's not here doing it for his own purpose, right? That's what is happening here. And here we discuss that Arjuna's reasons not to fight. There are 5 reasons. What were the reasons? We can recollect. What were the 5 reasons? You can answer. First one was
Compassion.
Compassion.
yes. You can raise your hands. What were the 5 reasons? Yes, other than them, those who have already answered so many times. Why others are silent? Why are you not answering, or why are you not saying? Okay. Shreya Mataji. Forward.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Compassion, sin, lack of family, lack of enjoyment, family tradition, and indecision.
Okay. So all this were not there. That's why it was very reason for not fighting. They listed the progressive steps of leading towards destruction of the dynasty. Right, there were various steps. That's what we spoke here. And Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Lord so that the human society be perfectly organized from all angles of vision, politically, socially, economically, philosophically, and religiously. From any point of view, human society can be reformed by Krishna consciousness movement. Such a kind and soft-hearted person in devotional service of the Lord is fit to receive this knowledge. This is written in 46th purport. Prabhupada is giving here the quality of Arjuna. Why Arjuna was chosen by Krishna to speak Bhagavad Gita? Because he was soft-heartedness, and because he is soft-hearted and kind, is fit to receive this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so all goes to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So anybody has any question regarding this? Or regarding any of the subjects? You have any questions?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, you were showing one slide wherein it was showing about the family destruction. What were the steps leading to the family destruction? You mind showing that slide again, Mataji?
Okay. This one.
Yes, Mataji.
Take a snap of this.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, so yeah, so death of the family members. So we have gone through this.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So anybody has any questions regarding today's topic or anything?